Hey there all you chud gamers. Have you ever wanted to play as an ugly lesbian knight? No? Well, neither have most people, because apparently, virtually nobody is playing 1348 x Voto. I'm Fox with RealMarcFoxx. Let's get into it.
Oh yeah, baby!
1348 x Voto, or as I like to call it, Knight Lesbialot, released just a few days ago to an ultimate concurrent player high on Steam of 427 people. That has to be one of, if not the lowest wish lists to concurrent player conversion rates I've ever seen. Because I did the math. Now these are concurrent players, not total, but with a concurrent high player count of 427, and them bragging about having over 250,000 wish lists, if we assume it's just 250k straight, that's a conversion rate of 0.17% of wish listed becoming concurrent players.
I want to report a murder.
Now, if you can find a game with a lower conversion rate than that, let me know. I really do want to know. List it in the comment section, because as far as I can tell, this has to be, most likely, the lowest wish-listed to concurrent player rate we have ever seen in the history of gaming. So, unknowingly and unwittingly, 1348 x Voto has managed to be king, or in this case I should say, queen, of something it probably never wanted to be. That is, the lowest conversion rate to concurrent players ever in the history of gaming. But surely the game journalists love this thing because it panders to their left-wing woke ideology, right? Well, no. One of the most LGBTQIAP++ friendly websites there is for gamers, the Gamer, G-A-Y-M-E-R, actually said that they don't recommend the game, and they blasted it for basically being terrible. Another outlet said that the problem with the game isn't that it's just outright terrible, it's that it doesn't have enough lesbians in it. That's right, it has a shortage of lesbians. Having the main protagonist be a lesbian, having her love interest be a lesbian, which I guess makes sense, having one of the other main characters, Bianca, be a lesbian, and the main character be a lesbian apparently isn't enough. They wanted more lesbians. Now granted, many of you are probably saying the same thing. This game could have been saved if it had more hot lesbians in it. Then it may actually have been played by a lot more players. Still wouldn't have saved it from all the graphical glitches, bad performance, janky, uninteresting combat, and just generally uninteresting world and story, but it would have been more fun to watch these two lesbians commit an act of domestic violence when they fight each other. The game is unintentionally reinforcing the stereotype that lesbian couples have the highest rate of domestic violence, and according to law enforcement statistics, that's actually true. So the culmination of the game ending in two lesbians fighting one another is true to reality, and after all, they're trying to be a historically accurate game, are they not? Like I said, this game is glitchy. I showed that in my video review of the demo. It has a ton of graphical glitches, really bad texture popping, horrible facial animations, really bad lip syncing, and even award-winning voice artist Jennifer English couldn't save this game. So how was it that it came to be in the first place? Many of these studios like to brag about being indie and self-funded, but I always ask the question, where's that money coming from? Is this person just rich? Do they have tens of thousands, if not hundreds of thousands, if not millions of dollars to spend? Well, we saw with Wildlight Studios that they are not indie and not self-funded because they were backed by the largest gaming corporation in the world, Tencent. So who was backing or is backing Knight Lesbialot? Well, thanks to YouTuber and arguably journalist Smash JT, who does a better job of journalism than most actual game journalists, he uncovered the truth. This game was backed by the Italian government, or more accurately, by the Italian people's tax dollars. That's right, we have another Dustborn case on our hands, a game being funded with public tax dollars. Smash asks an interesting question. Why is any game being funded by tax money? After all, tax dollars don't belong to the government in the end, they belong to the people. And do the people want their tax dollars forcibly taken from them being used to create video games? I don't. I don't even want it being used to create good games, much less these terrible propaganda-laden woke ideology games. Nobody wants this. But in the end, there may be one saving grace to the game. If you've really wanted to play as an ugly, repulsive main character, here's your chance. I've seen the kind of characters you guys create in games like Dark Souls and Elden Ring. I've seen how ugly they can be, so you should love this one, right? Well, no? No you don't? Me neither. But in the end, it's no surprise to anyone that this game flopped, and it flopped hard, because the modern audience essentially doesn't exist. I think a significant number of this 427 people were not the modern audience. They were actually people who bought it to play it to make fun of it, or stream it to make fun of it. We know several people are doing that. Veridark does that. A lot of other people buy these crappy, ideologically woke games just to make fun of them. And that artificially boosts the numbers, giving the illusion that 427 people actually thought the game was good or worth buying. Now you can say that these people shouldn't buy the game and support it like that, but they are probably making money off making fun of it and pointing out to other people that it's not worth buying. Not that any of their audience would have thought it was worth buying regardless. Well, that's it for this one, guys. Are you planning to drop $25 on Night Lesbian? I know I'm not. If you liked the video, make sure to give it a like, subscribe, notification bell icon, and leave a comment letting me know what you thought. I'm Fox with RealMarcFoxx, and remember, no real gamer uses motion blur. Bye, everybody.